Hey, what's going on? You're tuned into the Daily Geek right here on SweetGeekTV. I am your host, Griffin Granberg, and you know what? Today is February the 4th, 2009, episode 117 of the Daily Geek. Let's get to the geek news, starting off with story number 1. 1 million fewer jobs has been posted in January than a few months prior, which means not a lot of people are hiring right now. So if you have a job, you should pretty much be thankful, in my opinion. To the people that lost their jobs, I hope you find new jobs. There are companies doing well. It's just bad, this economy. I just don't know what to say about it. Story number 2. Now, I know this is really bad time to be celebrating, especially after just the last story, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Facebook. You are 52. No, I'm just joking. The internet hasn't even been around for 52 years. It's 5 years old. So happy birthday to Facebook. Of course, they've had kind of a rocky past in the sense that they were Mark Zuckerberg was accused of stealing the idea from, some other guys that had hired him in college, and then he left there and then created the Facebook. Then it switched to just Facebook using that nice VC money to secure that nice domain. And, it's just been growing and growing and growing. It's been through so many different petitions for new layouts and how everyone's going to revolt away from him. Yet they've had the nicest growth, the biggest growth of any social network, including old people are now joining Facebook. They'd rather be on Facebook than MySpace. So I have a lot of cool feelings and high hopes for Facebook in the future that they're going to find a revenue model that, can pay for the user base that they have. I think it's just a matter of time until they do have that. And anyways, happy birthday, Facebook. Story number 3, cell phone sales are down 12.6% in the fourth quarter of 2008. That was just released. It's not super surprising, okay? Of course it's not. But that still means that there was like 250 some million cell phone units sold. So, I mean, it's not like no one's buying cell phones. It's just they're not buying it as much as they used to. Story number 4, Amazon has reported in their SEC filings that they are being investigated by the U.S. Postal Service of all places. Now, what is this and what is going on with it? It looks like they are being investigated for compliance with Postal Service rules. Now, I have no idea what that means. I mean, I put a stamp on a thing and I just figured that I'm in compliance. Obviously, Amazon did something to warrant this investigation. Both the U.S. Postal Service and Amazon not talking about it, so there's really not any news. If something comes of it, don't worry, I got your back. I will tell you about it right here on the Daily Geek. Let's move on. Story number 5, the last story of the day. Google's releasing a new service called Latitude, which is basically going to show your friends on Google Maps exactly where you are using latitude and longitude. Now, I don't know. I'm not super big into this whole, social location-based networks or whatever, but it's going to happen in Google Maps 3.0.0, and it's going to be added as a gadget on iGoogle, and it's available for BlackBerry, Nokia's S60 platform, and Microsoft's Windows mobile platform right now. It's soon coming to Google's Android platform, which, I mean, would make sense, right? It is a Google service, but I don't know. I think this is directly competing with Brightkite and what's the other company? Loopt. Doing this location-based social networking. I'm not super into it. I know Brightkite's in Boulder and they're doing amazing things, and I mean, that's totally awesome, and I mean, I congratulate them on that. But I mean, Google stepping into the space, that's going to be an interesting play, and I can't wait to report more on it because there's definitely going to be more news. So make sure you keep yourself tuned in here to the Daily Geek. And there you have it. That is the Geek News for February 4th, 2009, episode 117 of the Daily Geek on SweetGeekTV. I am your host, Griffin Granberg, and before we go, the question of the day is, are you into location-based social networking? I mean, do you have Brightkite? Have you heard of Brightkite? Have you heard of Loopt? Are you into that deal? Are you going to check out Google's new Latitude service? I know Rush Ringleader, you're probably trying to figure out how you can do it right now as I'm recording this. But Still, I'm interested in what you have to say about this new Latitude service by Google. I will comment back to every single comment left, and I hope you have a fantastic hump day. I can't wait to do a Thursday edition of the Daily Geek, hopefully maybe a little bit earlier tomorrow. So you know what? I will see you right back here then.